So we've just got back from a day out in Malacca. We took a tender boat there because the port's not big enough to take the cruise ship. That was an experience, and when we arrived, there was such a lovely welcome there. There was a band playing. They got gift bags for us with local delicacies and fans and maps and sweets and all sorts of things.
Even a fridge magnet.
So that was one of the nicest welcomes we've had in any port. Some ports make a real effort to welcome tourists. Our plan now is we're going to follow along the right-hand side of the river, just along here. We've got the Malaysian Customs Department Museum, and we should be heading towards the Dutch Square. So that's the theory. Let's see if that plays out in practice. So we've just been to the Tourist Information Centre. It's not the easiest to find. It's in this building which looks a bit like a temple, and it is a temple upstairs, but downstairs you've got toilets, and just to the right there's an information centre, and the people in there have been really helpful. They've given us a map, they've given us some things to do, told us about some museums which are quite good, so we're going to go and follow up on their suggestion. Here's the distinctive Dutch centre of the old part of town, all painted red. We've got a windmill there, symbolising the connections to the Dutch. And now we're going to go into this building, which is the People's Independence Museum. I'm told that that's free to get in, so again, that's a price we can afford. So we had a walk around there and looked at all the exhibits and learnt quite a lot about the history of Malaysia. Everybody's been in Malaysia and had a piece of it at some point. They were given their independence in, I think it was 1957. But there was a lot of history there that, you know, has never come across our radar, and it was interesting to see the Malaysian take on their occupation, and they are really proud of their freedom and independence.
When we came out of the museum, which was free to enter, we wanted to get some Malaysian ringgits because we hadn't got any.
So we're in the Mega Mall at Malacca, the Malacca Mega Mall, and there's a Clark's shoe shop here. So I think I've lost Lisa. She's interested to see how much Clark's shoes are costing. There she goes, off shoe shopping. This wasn't the mission. The mission was to find an ATM to see if we could get any ringgits, but hey ho, we're on holiday. Let's go with it. So eventually, after the diversion to Clark's, mission successful. Used the ATMs and got some ringgits. So we've seen in Singapore durian fruit is banned on the RMT. So we want to know why. So we bought some durian fruit tarts. Apparently they really stink. And at the end of this video, we're going to taste them and see what they're like. So please stay till the end if you want to see us eat the durian fruit.
What I found quite surprising was how cheap everything is here. Food, clothes, souvenirs, really, really cheap. That really shocked me.
Yeah, we withdrew 100 ringgit, which is round about
£19.
£20, we'll say £20.
Yeah, so from there we went and walked along the river, and the river is a lovely, lovely riverside walk. So pretty along there. Lots of boats going up and down. Really, really nice.
So as you come further down the river, there's a lot of places that have closed down. We've been told that COVID had quite an effect on this area, and that some of these businesses were living pretty much hand to mouth, and 2 years of no tourists really took its toll. Such a shame, because you can see that there was obviously a lot of effort had gone into creating businesses down here. So we've come here to order some chendol and see what that's like. Traditional Southeast Asian dessert, which has been changed into various incarnations, but we were recommended this place. So here it is, chendol. It's a dessert and it's got red beans in it. I'm intrigued to see Lisa's reaction to it.
Actually, it's quite nice. I was a bit scared. That sounds pathetic, doesn't it? I was a bit scared, but I was like, what will it be like?
So is the coconut in this one then, is it, rather than the shaved ice?
Possibly. I can't tell. There's honey in it. How much was this then?
So this was 10 ringgits. So that's £2. You've got to say that's good value.
Very good value.
Shall I get one for me now?
I don't know whether I could eat the whole one to myself, but
Yeah.
you want some now.
So we've just finished the chendol, and I've got to say, for £2 that was beautiful. It was really refreshing, and it sounds odd having red beans in a dessert, but it was delicious. There was shaved coconut ice in the bottom of it, honey, cream, the rice green wormy bean things. It was beautiful, and yeah, for £2 that's satisfied both of us, so happy with that. So we're on Jonker Walking Street. They've got all sorts of fascinating shops down here. We've just been into an antique shop which was absolutely crammed full of junk, but it was really interesting. It's not so much of a walking street at the moment. I think it is closed off to traffic at night, but it's very busy. Loads of cars and bikes coming up and down here.
We saw lots of men riding bicycles. Their bicycles were dressed up as Spider-Man or Hello Kitty, and they were playing music, and they were riding people around everywhere, weren't they?
It's definitely a thing. Who can have the tackiest rickshaw and crank the music up really loud?
Yeah.
And those seem to be the ones that people go for.
And lots of people were in them, so I imagine again it was quite cheap.
We also went to the top of St Paul's Hill to have a look at the old church there and some of the gravestones which are on the top. That's fascinating, dating back to the
1600s.
Yeah, 1600s, 17th century. So that was, and you get some nice views from the top, don't you? Some very nice panoramic views of Malacca.
Yeah.
We could see the boat, couldn't we, from where we were?
There are lots of different museums here in Malacca.
It is a really pretty place here. It's not busy, it's very green, there's some lovely architecture around.
So this fire truck was made in England in 1939, and it was used in Singapore and in Malacca right up until 1974. Selfie centre over here. So this is the church. It's very dull compared to some of the Hindu and Buddhist temples we've been in this week. So this is the Cheng Hun Teng Temple, which is the oldest temple in Malaysia.
Gosh, we had a busy day.
Then we went into a really interesting Chinese supermarket.
So Lisa's having an iced coffee, if she can get through the top. Go on, Lisa, you can do it. Yes! Look at the strength.
our drinks were only £1.50 each. That's really good value. Everything's really good value out here. You get a lot for your money. I really, really like Malaysia. The people are so friendly, everything's such good value for money, it's clean, you feel really safe.
Love my tender, love me do, all my dreams fulfill. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening.
Well, we're not ending the video here, remember, because you're now going to see us back home trying those fruit tarts. So let's click our fingers and wing our way back to England.
So here we are back home now, and we are going to try the durian fruit. So this has been festering in the back of our cupboard for about 2 months now.
We've had to pluck up the courage to do it.
Here we go. The descriptions of durian fruit, Anthony Burgess described it as like eating sweet raspberry blancmange in the lavatory. There's another writer, at least, that described it as pig excrement, turpentine and onions garnished with a gym sock.
We bought our neighbours a packet of these as well.
They haven't spoken to us since. Sorry. But on the positive side, one quote says, "To those not used to it, it seems at first to smell like rotten onions, but immediately after they have tasted it, they prefer it to all other food."
Okay, right.
But in Malaysia, it's also known as the king of fruits as well.
And as you saw, it is banned in Singapore on the MRT.
Here we go. I'm going to open it.
Okay.
You ready for the smell?
Come on then, yeah. Let's just get it open and done with. Let's just do this quick.
These are in little tartlets.
Well, they smell fine to me.
Oh, yeah.
They smell quite nice.
It smells all right.
I feel like I'm in celebrity jungle, except I'm not a celebrity, obviously.
And you're not in the jungle either.
No, yeah. Okay, shall I go first then?
Go on then.
Oh, I'm just going to do it. Can't really taste anything, to be honest.
Can you smell anything though?
No.
Oh.
They're quite tasteless to me. They're just quite stodgy, like tasteless fudge. Yeah, tasteless fudge.
Like dry fudge. No strong smell. Maybe a little bit like marzipan.
Yeah, I wouldn't rush to have another one. But if someone gave me one, I wouldn't think, oh gosh, they're horrible.
If we go to Malaysia, next time we're going to try durian fruit.
The actual fruit.
Fresh.
I think that's probably what the difference is. I think they're probably toned down.
Ultra processed.
Ultra processed.
Back to us now. So thanks for coming with us to Malacca. I hope you enjoyed that and found it interesting if you are visiting Southeast Asia. If you've liked this or enjoyed the content, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe as well. It doesn't cost you anything. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.